Alright, it is windy, so I'll talk real loud as I can, and hopefully this noise canceling deal does the job. So anyway, I finally have 10,000 plus rounds on the, let's see if we can come out to the light over here. I finally have 10,000 plus rounds on the M&P 2.0 metal. And surprise to nobody, it has zero issues. I have never had an issue. Not one, not with the factory guide rod and spring, not with it's windy. Like I said, let's get over here. Let's get over here real quick. I'll still talk loud. Not with the DPM reduced recoil spring. I've had zero issues with this. I now have 6,000 rounds in my gun with the DPM. It's actually right here now. With the DPM, the lightest spring that it came with, I have 6,000 rounds through that. Not one issue with the gun. Zero. This gun has had zero issues, and I have 10,000 plus rounds. I'm shooting it a little bit right now. I did some matches in the last 2 weeks. I've never had one issue. Not one. So 10,000 rounds, most of you will never, unless you shoot competitively, shoot classes, law enforcement, something like that, you probably never will even get to this level. And I'm not saying that as you're not on my level. I'm just saying it's a lot of money. 10,000 rounds, you're looking at $3,000. And I've had this gun for about a year or less. So that's 10,000 rounds, and within a year, I'd have to check to see exactly when I bought the gun, but it was sometime around this time, October, September, because I ran it in a Bear Solutions class with Drew Estelle in November, I believe. And I already had the gun for a slight while. But like I said, 10,000 rounds, no issues. 6,000 rounds with the DPM. But today I decided this week to change it over to the Carver custom stainless steel guide rod. It's uncaptured, so it's not it's kind of like this, where it's open and you gotta put the spring through the front. And then I went with also, oh, here we go. All this was recommended by a Grandmaster shooter with USPSA. That would be Hunter Constantine. I took a class with him, his class, and I took another class, a Steger class, and he was in it. And I picked his brain because he is like some kind of godfather of the M&P 2.0, or some kind of president or ambassador or some shit. So anyway, so he's some leader of some cult M&P 2.0s. But he said he uses the Wolff Recoil spring and the Carver Customs guide rod, I believe. So I went on Carver Customs, ordered their uncaptured guide rod. I ended up going with the 12 pounder. I don't know if it says, yeah, it says right there 12, and it came with the guide rod spring and the striker spring. So that was a little bit of a pain in the ass to take out the old striker spring, which is right there. Undoing that retainer clip, pulling that shit off, putting it back in, and getting it back on. It was a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't impossible. It just is. You gotta take the gloves off and all that shit. But anyway, so check it out. I was a little hesitant because I went with 12. I think he said maybe he runs 13s, and most people run 13s. But I went with 12, so you know what the fuck. It was only like $9. I figured I can buy now that I have the guide rod, which was $29, $30, I could get the a higher spring if I want, but I wanted just to go the lowest as I could. And yeah, I'm shooting pretty fast, shoot some tight groups, and then I was getting faster and I was opening it up. But anyway, just check it out. Look at that. I mean, it is a little bit, it's not much different than, I'll get that right now, not much different than the resistance on my other one, my DPM. At first it was a little light, and then I was dry firing with it, racking it, and now that I shot it today, it seems to be just fine. So you just pull it back a little bit, and you see it goes back in a battery, and I'm barely pulling it back. Let me make sure, click it. So even if it is, so I mean, it's going back in a battery. So I loaded it, chambered it. It chambered, and then I also chambered it from with the slide lock, and then I dropped the slide and it chambered. So I had no issues, and the trigger does feel a little bit different. I actually kind of liking it. For some reason my zero was off, so I went ahead and adjusted the zero. I didn't change the elevation, so before I leave right now, I'll adjust my my height. I did the windage. It was pulling to the right. Could just be because I shoot the hell out of it, or it could be that had something to do with it. The lighter spring on the striker. I don't know. So anyway, let's run about 2 mags just to see what it looks like. I try to find some videos with it in their people's guns, and I really couldn't find any. I just kind of want to see what it looked like. But what I mostly run now is Blazer brass, as we can see, 147s and 124s. So 47s and 24s. I'll run the 24s first, and then I'll run the 147, and we'll just make sure it cycles through the whole mag. I've already shot several mags with both, so I already know it was just fine, but just to see it on video, I'll do a couple of draws, maybe a bill drill, then I'll do a slow bill drill, yeah, slow-mo, and then I'll do the same thing with the other one, and then we'll just look at it and see what it looks like. So hopefully this isn't too loud with the wind, but let's just get to it. 10,000 round reviews, new guide rod, new spring, and let's check it out. All right, trying to pick the best angle, and I think this is gonna be the best angle. You should be able to see the recoil, but we'll start with the that's 125, 147s. With the 124s, I'll do a quick bill drill. Normal, I'll stop, I'll put the slow-mo on, and we'll do one in the slow-mo, and then that should be 12. I got 20, and then we'll do something else, and then we'll swap over to the 147s just to make sure it functions both, or cycles both, and just see. When I do the slow-mo, we should be able to see what it looks like. I'm curious myself. I haven't checked it yet. So let's go ahead and load up the 124s. So as you can see it, I stroked it. It went into battery. So let's just drop the slide on it real quick and see. Here it is. Went into battery just fine. So my bill drills and my shit like that isn't that fast. It's a little shot up, so I'll just tell you if it's in the A zone. I didn't pace up the A zone, but anyway, let's just shoot it. All right, here we go. All right, and that is all alphas, and that's a 209. Not my fastest, but that's still good. It's a 104, a 21, a 21, a 20, a 21, a 22. I've had that splits before, but we're making, and I'm not that far either. I'm about 5 yards. It's getting windier and stuff, so I didn't want to go too far. Plus the shade was right here. So let's do this little slow-mo, see what it looks like. Nice, all alphas again. All right, hopefully that looked pretty cool. The group is pretty tight. I should have about 8 left. So I'm gonna do 2 to the head, 2 to the head, and that'll be my 8. And then we'll swap over to the 147. So here we go. I'm gonna do no, I'll just do bodies, and then I'll come up to the head. Just not make it too complicated. Here we go. Alright, got a little off track with those, but that was decent time. 425, 113, 20, 45, 20, 46, 43, 83, and then 55. The 2 headshots, which is the only thing that's not pasted, they are pretty tight. They look like they're within 2 inches. I guess we could take a look at those real quick. That one's in. They're both technically alphas because that looks like it's breaking the perf or whatever. That could be argued both. I've seen it not break it and they call it. I've seen it break it completely and they call it. But for this, we're gonna call it That's 2 alphas, not a bad spread. And this one is probably not breaking it, even though it's touching it. So that's 2 alphas, and that was a fairly quick what do you call times or whatever, or I don't know, whatever. So anyway, let's swap over to the 147s. You see I stroked it. It went in. Let's drop the slide on it, and there you go. It went into battery. So let's go ahead and let's see. I think the video looks pretty decent right there. I'm gonna tag this other one a little bit. I'll stick to the same one, maybe same angle. I really don't know because I moved the camera. But anyway, let's these are the 147s. Let's see what kind of build drill we can get on this one. All right, ready? Here we go. All right, little hesitation, little trigger freeze. That was a 209, which I think was the same as the last one. 104, a 25. Like I said, there was that hesitation. A 20, a 20, a 19, a 21. So we got a 19 in there. The last one, I think the fastest we got was a 20. I've never been the fastest with the trigger. All alphas though, so that's good. And the whole time I could see pretty significantly, or I had the sights at a decent whatever the hell. So let's slow-mo that down real quick. Here we go for the build drill in slow-mo. All right, that draw to first shot was a little slower than the last one. A 1-4, 1-1-4, a 114, a 2-3, a 2-2, a 2-2, a 2-0, and a 1-9. So I got a 1-9 in there again. Not terrible. I just a little slow coming out of the holster. Grip was a little shady. I've been trying to pop down, and I've been trying to snatch it. I've been messing with some different stuff lately. The snatch, I haven't perfected that yet. But anyway, we should have 8. So let's do the 2-2, and then the 2 head boxes again. Let's just go the same way. Alright, I want to make sure I get this right. My grip was a little off. Here we go. Alright, those groups were tighter. That's a 4-0-2, a 116, a 2-1, a 4-1, a 2-0, a 5-4, and a 4-3 transition, whatever, and a 6-5 and a 4-2. Not terrible, and we'll just see all 4 of those hits. So those 2 are in. So those were those 2. The last 2, I don't know. So the last 2, that was one of them on the last one. So this one and this one. But either way, it's either these 2 or these 2 on this last run, which is pretty damn tight for the head boxes. And then, of course, this was the last one on the last one, and one of these was the other one. But I think these were the 2 from right now. So I think I've always preferred the 147s over the 124s. So I think I'm just gonna stick to let's see, we just get the that's fine. Stick to the 147s and have at it. But I mean, check that out. Great recommendation from Hunter Constantine. I don't know, he's got some kind of Instagrams or some DMs. He's always telling people to DM him. I'm not entirely sure what that means. But anyway, yeah, this was recommended by a Grandmaster, and a lot of people are running the Wolff Power Spring. This one's 12-pound, the Carver Custom uncaptured guide rod, and hopefully it looked good doing the build drills and all that stuff. But so far it's been reliable. I think I've shot about 100 rounds through it. This was 40 right now, so yeah, I've probably shot over 100 rounds, probably close to 150 just today through it, just to make sure it's all good. So I'm gonna mess around with a little bit. I'm gonna check my zero, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So I know this was supposed to be a quick video. Hopefully it's 10 to 14, 20, 15 minutes. Hopefully it's not much longer than that. But check it out. 10,000 rounds on this gun. Not one issue. Same extractor. Same everything minus the spring on the striker. And the guide rod and the guide rod spring. So other than that, everything else is the same damn trigger. The trigger isn't terrible, although I wish that take up wasn't as much as it is. But that damn spring seemed like it did a little bit something. Oh, there we go. Seemed like it made the reset maybe a little shorter, or I probably was the same already. But anyway, I like it. I didn't throw anything out of the alphas. Nah, that's not true. I threw 2 Charlies over here somewhere. Not entirely sure when, but well, obviously it was during maybe that last run. So on that last run, I must have thrown those 2 Charlies. 2 Charlies, 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha. Anyway, I'm gonna keep pushing the pace, see how fast I can get with this thing. This thing is just, it's that DPM was awesome. That was about $100 shipped to my house, like 94 bucks, 95 bucks. This shipped to the shipping was a little pricey. But anyway, it all came, the guide rod and the spring came to my house for like $54 or something. It was less than 60 bucks. And the good thing is I ordered it like Tuesday or Monday. I think it was Tuesday, to be honest. I don't think it was Wednesday. I think I ordered it Tuesday and it got to my house. No, I must have ordered it last week or Monday or something. I must have ordered it Monday or Tuesday. I think I ordered it Tuesday, to be honest. And it was at my house Thursday. Yeah, that's crazy. It was 2 days shipping from the time I ordered it. 2 to 3 days. I don't even think it was 3 days. I think I ordered it Tuesday while I was at work. I was on break, so I mean, yeah, I was on break. I was at break. Yeah, but I was at work. So either way, I ordered it at work. I believe it was Tuesday. It got to my house Thursday. I put it in. As I said, it's a little bit pain in the ass putting it in. But make sure you just put it in right, take the time, and yeah, this thing is pretty awesome. It doesn't feel as light as I thought it would, but look at, you can see it's going back in the battery every time. So thanks for checking out the 10,000 rounds, the 6,000 rounds to DPM, which I'm keeping just to keep, and just in case I want to swap back and forth, but this is the direction I'm going for now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.